My name is Valter Selen. I work for the Nordic Carbon Removal Association, and I'm Secretary General. How do I see policy and regulation shaping the market in Europe? That's a great question. A few things. I think there's an interplay between what's happening on the national level and the European level, where in the best case scenario, they can work together to actually promote the development of more ambitious policy, learning from the lessons that we learn on the national level, having them act as sort of laboratories, if you will, informing then more ambitious policies on the EU level. What we're seeing right now is that there's a little bit of a vacuum of policy. There's a lot of hesitation. We're waiting for the legislation to come into play on the European level. We do have some good early examples on the Nordic level, where we have national support schemes in Sweden and Denmark for various types of CDR. What we'd love to see is for the other Nordic countries to emulate that or learn from those examples, and also for the European Commission and the European level to take heart in the fact that you can support CDR and you can be bold in actually acting on CDR through procurement, through compliance policies, through clarity for the voluntary carbon market. I think in terms of optimism from carbon removal, I think it's an inherently optimistic space to be in. It's for me predicated on the assumption that we can do something to reverse some of the damage we've done to our climate and our planet. And that to me is just inspiring on a day-to-day basis. On top of that, I think it combines a lot of the clean tech sort of innovation and drive that we see in other areas with the sort of climate consciousness that we want to see in our climate policy writ large. So that gives me a lot of heart. At the same time, I want to be very pragmatic and realistic and recognize that we face a lot of challenges as an industry. We barely have a market and a demand for CDR as it is. So we need to also be honest about that and sort of match our rhetoric with actual action.